When the world ended, it didn't happen in days or weeks. It happened in 1 hour. 1 hour where the rules of life and death changed forever. This is the story of 5 strangers who never should have crossed paths until the moment humanity fell. It started like any other morning: traffic, coffee shops, people rushing to jobs they hated or loved or complained about anyway. No one paid attention to the strange emergency alerts. No one cared about the whispers of a rabies-like infection in the city nearby. We'd heard warnings before. Nothing ever happened. But at 8:14 a.m., everything changed. A man staggered into the central subway station, covered in blood. Witnesses said he looked confused, lost. Then he bit the first person who tried to help him. Security wrestled him down, but by then, it was too late. Dozens were infected in minutes. Above ground, life kept moving. People walked their dogs. Kids went to school. The world had no idea the outbreak had already begun. Jace, a delivery driver stuck in morning traffic, heard the first screams through an open window. At first, he thought it was just a fight. Then he saw the blood and the bodies, and the thing that used to be a man sprinting on all fours toward his truck. He didn't wait. He hit the gas. Mara, a medical student finishing a night shift, was the first to understand something was wrong. Patients were crashing with impossible symptoms. No heartbeat, but movement. No oxygen, but growling. One patient grabbed her wrist with the strength of 10 men. She barely escaped the hospital alive. Dex, an ex-soldier dealing with his own ghosts, heard the emergency broadcast while repairing an old radio. He recognized the tone immediately. The government wasn't warning people. They were panicking. Lena, a high school teacher, was on a field trip with her students when chaos erupted downtown. One of her kids was bitten before she could pull him away. She watched the infection spread through his eyes, and she realized the truth. This wasn't a sickness. This was an extinction event. Arlo, a quiet coder who rarely left his apartment, saw it all unfold from his balcony. And even he knew. Hiding wouldn't save him for long. 5 strangers, 5 separate lives, 1 hour that would bring them together. By 8:27 a.m., the infection had spread to every district in the city. People ran through the streets, chased by things that looked human, but moved like predators. Phones buzzed, alerts flashed, but everything was happening too fast. The infected didn't just bite, they hunted. Jace swerved through traffic as creatures slammed into the sides of cars. He saw police officers overrun in seconds. He saw a mother dragged away while her child screamed for her. He saw a man try to reason with the infected before they tore him apart. Mara ran across the hospital parking lot, dodging patients who should have been unconscious. She didn't look back when the hospital doors burst open. Dex grabbed his go bag and loaded his rifle. He didn't know what he was fighting yet, but he knew a war zone when he saw one. Lena gathered the surviving students and locked them inside a bus, telling them everything would be okay, even though she didn't believe it herself. Arlo watched the power grid flicker and fail. Sirens blared, explosions echoed in the distance. His city, once loud, crowded, alive, was now drowning in screams. At 8:41 a.m., the government issued a citywide evacuation, but by then, there was nowhere left to run. As the infection curve turned near vertical, fate finally pushed the 5 survivors together. Jace's truck slammed into a barricade near the river. He crawled out, dizzy as a wave of infected closed in. Before they reached him, Dex's rifle cracked through the air. One shot, then another. Then a hand grabbed Jace and pulled him behind cover. Mara was already there, shaking, clutching a backpack full of stolen medical supplies. Lena stumbled toward them next, guiding her last surviving student. Arlo followed, sprinting from the collapsing street behind him. 5 strangers, thrown into the same alley, surrounded by the dead. No one spoke at first. No one knew what to say.
We have one chance. The bridge. Military might still be holding it.
Infected are blocking every main road.
Then we don't take the roads.
The group exchanged looks. It wasn't a plan. It was barely a hope. But it was something. They moved. The path to the bridge was chaos. Cars overturned. Smoke rising from buildings. Creatures lurking in alleys, listening, waiting. Every minute, the group's circle of safety shrank. The infected weren't slowing down. They were evolving, growing more coordinated, more aggressive. Near the final street before the river, they found it blocked. A mass of infected gathered like a pack. There was no way through.
I'll draw them away. You run for the bridge. Don't look back.
No, we stay together.
You stay together. Someone has to be the distraction.
Thank you.
The others ran. They reached the bridge with seconds to spare. As the group collapsed on the pavement, shaking, exhausted, traumatized, they realized something. They weren't safe, not really, not yet, but they were alive. And in a world collapsing by the minute, sometimes that's all you have. This was hour zero, the moment humanity broke, and the moment these survivors began their fight to take it back.